Hey guys, I hope you can hear this clearly with the wind, but I am in Longstreet Tower on the Gettysburg battlefield. There's the sun. We all know the sun. I don't need to identify that. Let me give you some directions to where I am. One, I'm very high up, and for someone like me who doesn't like heights, this is a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, it's a nice steep drop up some very metal stairs, so that's nice. Okay, so this way I'm facing, there's Big Round Top, Little Round Top. These are names you may or may not know at all. There, that direction is the town of Gettysburg. Let's drop my hand a little bit so you can see it. There you go. This direction right about out here, but we can't see because we're too far away, is where Cashtown is over here. And then we've got Arntsville and Brazonia up that way. Aspers right there, all of it northwest of the town. And I decided to be up here so I could record this before I got back late tonight and give you a little update on what I did today. So I came out in the early afternoon to those towns where our family members are from. Solomon Jr., his son Edgar, Edgar's son Earl, and then Earl is Grandpa Hartman, or Donald Hartman's father, Earl is. So, for those of you who are siblings of my mom, your father's great-grandfather, Solomon, lived on a farm, as far as I can tell, out that way in a little hamlet called Brazonia, which is just north of Arntsville. And there's a farm there still, and the historian for the Adams County Historical Society sent me a map a couple weeks ago when I told him I thought I had located him near Cashtown, and he said the only the only Solomon Hartman I knew, and I'm going to flip this around real quick. The only Solomon Hartman, if I can, let's see, might not let me. The only Solomon Hartman he knew was out near Arntsville in Manallen Township, Adams County, and it's out that way, 15 minutes or so drive into Gettysburg from there. So I took the map he sent me, the 1858 map, and I overlaid it, not literally, but with the Google Maps from today, and took the geographical markers, some streams, some roads as they were laid out, assuming that most of them would still be in place. And I figured out, based on what I saw today, what I thought would be the location his farm had been. So I went there today, and I was driving by. It's all farmland still. And there was a house there, which I knew from Google Maps. So I drove by and I saw somebody walking around. And I turned around, went back, parked out front, and just shut my door and was going to walk up and knock on the door. And the person I assume was the owner, came out and said, "Hey, can I help you?" And so I explained to him that was the reason I was there. And I said my great-great-great-grandfather, third great-grandfather, lived here, or at least I think he did based on the map Tim gave me, and his name was Solomon Hartman. Does that sound familiar? And he said, "Well, that's what the barn says." And I thought, oh boy, this sounds very promising. So we ended up talking for about an hour, but the point of that, and I'll get into the rest of it in photos and other posts, but the idea and the reason to record this today, right now, is he took me over to their barn that's been there as long as he's been there. He's owned the farm since 1995, and he got it from his father, who had it since the 60s, and his father got it from his grandfather. And so he takes me to the barn, and over top of the barn, right at the center point at the top of the barn, it says, "Built by Solomon and Sarah Hartman, 1869. And our great-great-great-grandfather was Solomon Hartman, and his wife was Sarah Bushy, or Sarah Hartman. So it would seem that this was indeed their farm, and the barn is original and still there, and so is the marker saying it was theirs and when they built it, which was just crazy cool. So we talked for a while more. His name is Tony Rice, and as it happens, Solomon's son, Edgar, our great-great-grandfather, his wife's name is Annie Rice. And so we did some digging. We aren't sure positively because he hasn't done a lot of research on his side of the family, but we're 99% sure we're related, if not through the Rices, through the Hartmans, because he said one of his ancestors was a Hartman, so we don't know if that was because his Rice side married into the Hartmans, or if he is a descendant of both the Rices and the Hartmans and he's a Rice now. So all of that. Didn't find out too much more. We exchanged contact info. I sent him some stuff already, and I told him that we would be back. I don't know when, but we'd love to see it. The farm is really cool. They deal in livestock. He raises cattle and then butchers them and sells the meat. So I told him he has another buyer if he wants it. They've got a little pond there. He said the house is original as well. So as far as we can tell, it'd be the house that Sarah and Solomon lived in. So just a good stroke of luck there, finding a house on the property and then it being that. So thanks to Tim Smith and the map he gave me, we're in good shape for some more research. So there you go. We'll keep this one under 6 minutes. I'll post some photos in GroupMe after I upload this video, and probably record a few more in the next couple days or weeks. So I figured you guys would enjoy that. So enjoy.